5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team Dire ban. Team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
The Undying wakes.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
10.
Dire team pick.
Death Prophet.
Dire team ban.
Bat Rider!
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Earth Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Tiny.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Hyper.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Juggernaut.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Clinks.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
But not quite. Death.
Prepare for battle. Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Return to your lands. Hate, but
partida tensa, partida complicada.
Denial!
From above.
First blood!
Forsaken.
First blood! With a poison twist.
In stone.
Hide.
My thrift rewarded. Look out for fallen rocks!
Stream.
Move faster.
Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning.
Illusion.
Earth's bounty. Mind broken.
Go, my sweet.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
He did.
I guess that is one thing. No stuns. They even brought GH bot. So I guess at this point you should just commit to trying to take this tower
Dire's
here.
bottom tower is under attack.
And GH currently without TP, which is a little spooky, but I don't think they're gonna go for anything on Brame right now. Just there's no lasso. Clinks isn't gonna be killing anyone really. They are holding that rune bot, but it's not an action rune.
Dire's
Illusion
bottom
rune into a
tower
regen
is
rune.
under
No action
attack.
rune for either mid player. I mean, obviously Samel making do without and still going top and making that nice play, getting that tower to half health. Anything helps.
Yeah, just unsettling the rhythm of Brame. So far, their laning stages look superb in game 1 and game 2. Coming out on top on all 3 of their cores.
This is super even.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Klinks is getting his Maelstrom delivered. So it is that very similar build we saw, I don't know, like a year ago or something, when Arteezy and Samel were playing it. There's the Maelstrom rush, farm stacks of Ancients, accelerate yourself incredibly quickly and become a force on the map.
I'd like to have seen Brame. I'd like to see Brame stack the Ancients a little bit more. They only did it once so far. It's kind of like an AUK. You're just investing really hard into your Klinks.
For the fire. What have we here?
And they're just gonna take the current stacks in the jungle on Wish as Bat Rider, get him closer to those boosted travel. Samel's actually coming in with a ward as well.
Snipes out. A couple of large creeps for him, very nicely done. And that little bit of high ground vision. Well, 11 on top of Miracle and finds the kill on him. Thanks to Desire's tiny rotation, they kill off the Jug. And he had 2 heroes behind him as well. Miracle dying there, a bit of a surprise.
I didn't see how it went down. I just saw that his spin's on cooldown, and I'm assuming they just like Viper striked through it and got that kill.
Yeah, they managed to catch him unaware. And it looks like Desire will be stacking up the Ancients a little more as well. So Klinks can start to make that migration from top lane through his top jungle down towards bot.
They're bringing EXO to take top, so Fernande, he's got his Maelstrom, he's feeling good. He should just... It looks like he's waiting for that rotate, that creep respawn. He can super elevate his farming now with this Maelstrom. He can just like run it through the jungle, head to the triangle, take that, swing to bot, help take that tower if he wants.
Dire's
They're
top
smoking up
tower
top to
is
connect with
under
him, though.
attack.
Okay.
So they know Samel's here pushing away with EXO. And they want to try and fight into
Radiant
it.
are scanning.
This is still a position in the game where Enigma are
Dire's
waiting
top
for key
tower
items.
is under attack.
Midas Jug, Midas Doom still a little away from them. A good realization from Enigma that danger was coming. Tombstone from Spartan.
Radiant's
Sumel with a
bottom
three-man
tower is under
silence.
attack.
Gonna create a bit of a gap between him and the rest of Brame. So a wasted rotation. And now Nigma, they're the ones smoking and wrapping around in behind them. Thinking about the go
Dire's
once the
middle
tombstone's
tower is
down.
under attack.
It's one hit away from death, 10 seconds to expire, healed up by the soul rip for now. And in comes Desire. Avalanche toss back Sumail, but
top
Miracle and
tower
GH
is
with a
under
long roll
attack.
forward, whipping
Dire's
on the
middle
initiation.
tower is under
I'll try and
attack.
aim for the tiny. He's the straggler. Kicks the rock at him, spin him down.
It's not bad for Brame. I would say I really like their move, because even though it doesn't result in anything, you're wasting the exorcism.
Set.
I think they're still going to get the result of what they wanted.
Dire's top
They're-
tower is
Yeah,
under
GH
attack.
just keeps going in deeper and deeper. You got the dust off on the clinks, kick some rocks at him with a magnetize on him, but he's got himself that death pack, tanks back up and looks for the next round of brawling. Viper now starting to join in, but doomed up and clipped by another magnetized pebble. Mind control being burst down almost immediately by the burning barrage, and Sumail lassoed up. Wish finding the catch and the kill on GH here as the Viper is still alive
He's gonna
somehow.
live. He's gonna live.
Oh, he's on 10 HP. Survives through the doom. Miracle chasing into Spartan with a spin on the Undying. Throws the tombstone down, and Miracle decides he has to
Dire's
TP home.
structures are fortified.
Brame, one of the great punch back there. Yeah, they lose the clinks, but taking 3 with him.
And Kuroki hit level 6 just now. Literally just now. Imagine if that had been able to change. He was sitting bot the entire fight. He never came top. He was desperate for that level 6.
That would have been a game changer.
But yeah, God, like nice re-initiation from Brame, like turning even low health on Clinks. He's like, oh, I can get these kills if I just turn, maybe give my life, get this barrage off. I think Nigma, big mistake there to keep going without your exorcism. They lost a lot of damage, and it did give Brame that space to get those kills. Like you give Bat 2 kills, I think, off like just by running in there. He's now gunning for a blink dagger. He's got his travels. Like I think this is kind of a mistake we've seen a couple times. These Bat Riders, they get fed a couple kills and just have an amazing game off the back of it after a rougher start.
Just seeing that damage from the clinks on the doom is pretty insane, though. Like from 100 to
Right?
0 in one barrage.
Dire are scanning.
Didn't he get like Undying Soul Rip too? Actually, it's only level 1. Yeah, it was definitely mostly the Clinks.
Pretty huge damage. And Nande
Yeah.
clearing through these ancients. Looks like they're going to give a bit of control in that mid lane. Tier 1 being chipped away at by this next Exo from Sumail. But again, it is patience from Nigma. That's the name of the game for them. They need these hands of Midas's to kick in. Hands of Midas's.
Hanses and Midas's.
Radiant's bottom
That's the
tower
one.
is
And
under
they're
attack.
TPing in to defend now. Tombstone's there. Avalanche catch on to Kuro. Chen just too far forward. Couldn't get his mech or his hand of God off.
Good defense there. I thought they might just give it, but the ability to just throw down Tombstone, I mean, there's a reason Undying is so popular right now. You can just throw
Radiant's
this
middle
this
tower
down
is
and then
under
get
attack.
complete area control. And they're just going to play now towards a high ground cliff ward. Look for another kill. Lasso's back up. It forces Miracle out of his
Radiant's
farming
middle
space. He'll
tower
have
is
to
under
go top,
attack.
but Mind
Dire's
Control's up there.
top
He's
tower
farming.
is
Yeah,
under
the map
attack.
becomes a little smaller when they play like this. So hopefully they can just keep this ward up for themselves. They're losing the one on the cliff in their own jungle, so they won't be able to see Nigma going in there.
Set.
Even looks like they might want to fight.
Yeah, I mean, GH. He's actually got the catch on Clinks. Trying to solo kill him. Maybe turn onto the Viper now, but quickly realizing that's not where he wants to be. Lasso will be there to catch out MC's Doom, baited in by the Earth Spirit roll. And Nigma yet again paying dearly for these aggressive moves into that top jungle.
A quick move from Nigma to just go de-ward that cliff ward as soon as they see Brame moving back top, but it's still map pressure. You're feeling afraid on Nigma no matter where you go. Like your wards are all up here on Nigma, and yet you're still dying as your offlaner. Brame is showing that they'll just go from one side of the map to another and hunt and hunt and hunt and look for these fights because they. The nice thing about their draft is that they're not super cooldown dependent. Whilst Nigma are waiting for the exorcism and then grouping up and doing stuff together. Meanwhile, you have Brame who are like, okay, we have a Viper, let's just go spit on them. We can combo them with Tiny. We can just go throw down a Tombstone, which is, still quite long.
Oh, let's keep
Clinks
on
can just
brawling.
keep fighting. Yeah.
Wish. He doesn't have Lasso. Miracle trying to spin away, but look at who's coming for him. Nande and Desire with a Tumbler's Toy. Avalanche Barrage, kill off the Jug. Transfer this into a potential tier 1 push, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Traversing
attack.
across this bottom jungle, even smoking up
Smoking there.
under a Radiant ward bow.
Dire's middle
The
tower
GH is going
is
to pop
under
the smoke
attack.
on some of them.
Just the pressure. They have to sit there to try and take the tower, but they're
Dire's
TPing in.
middle
They're going
tower
for the
has
kill.
fallen.
Tower falls. Mind control getting run out though.
Radiant's bottom tower
Good
is
silence from
under
the
attack.
DP to stop any more poison coming, but 11 past it. Keep the hunt on, and MC denied to Roche, but not coming. Wish there with a final touch of
Radiant's
damage.
bottom tower
While
is under
Desire
attack.
has got the avalanche toss on Sumail. Back into Spartan, Flesh Golem, Tombstone again. Oh, the stuns, they're all on cooldown.
Nice TP for him.
Radiant's bottom tower
And bottom
has
tower
fallen.
falls to the creeps. Swing bot, swing mid. Clinks though, caught down in that bottom lane, found by GH and Sumail. Everyone's moving so quickly across this map. Wish and Desire, they're back down here as well, with Spartan getting in front of GH will stop the roll, and Elasto finding Sumail. They've got the hand of God to heal him up. Sumail with the spirit siphons, surrounded by these Brame heroes though, as Spartan still trying to focus GH, but they're back on the DP. 11 finds Kuroki, a little deeper in the jungle, and Desire's there with a great avalanche. Find them the kill on the Death Prophet.
I'm sorry.
GH with a roll back in, he's gonna get killed as well. Kicks Desire onto tower, but he's done for. A double for 11.
Oh, I was so confused. I saw zombies. I was like, wait, didn't the tombstone happen in the river? I think they just followed DP all the way across the map. Never got killed. Anyway, it wasn't that impactful, but it was just something funny. And are you just seeing how Brame is playing this game? They are everywhere. They take bot, they put a ward on the cliff, and they run back into their jungle, get a kill there, then they run back to bot, get a kill on Miracle, then they smoke back to mid, take a fight there, then go back to bot again. They are just not giving up anything. They are not letting up. They are just trying to cover as much of this map as possible. Their movements are super erratic. The only thing it's not giving them is like solid warding control.
Yeah.
Like this is the obviously the bad point is that you go somewhere, you put a ward down, you leave it, the enemy just come and deward it. But that's the only downside. Otherwise, they are kind of running them, and
But
it's
they're
not
losing
like the network
towers
is.
though.
They are a little bit.
It feels like until the Clinks is like fully online, they're not able to bring down objectives themselves.
Usually I just feel bad when this kind of movement is happening because one core on the enemy side is like hardcore farming. But it doesn't even really feel like that. You look at the net worth and everyone on Brame is keeping up. Just by running into these areas, it's forcing Nigma to leave their farming patterns, and that seems to be why it's quite equal. I mean, they're not gaining a massive lead from it, but they are buying time for Clinks to just get super online. He's got that Glypnir now.
Yeah, Sumail having a much more challenging game this time around. Previously, what, he was like 13-0, now he's 3-2-2. Not as easy as it was previously, but we're still looking for these timings for Nigma. The BKB on the Death Prophet, Maelstrom on the Juggernaut, and Doom with his own BKB. So in the next 3-4 minutes or so, we will have everything click into place for Nigma in terms of items. But of course, that's 3 or 4 minutes here where Brame, they can really rack up a serious amount of net worth on this Clinks, who already has Gleipnir working on his Daedalus now. And the Batrider going for this Blink Force Staff, so opting not to go for the BKB, going for full maneuverability to drag people around and displace them. Spartan just going to take a step too far forward, gets his mech off, buys a bit of time for his team to arrive, and there's the Clinks with the Gleipnir on the damage. GH being burst down along with Kuroki. Spartan making sure that the Tombstone's dropped, and a lasso dragged back Miracle. His spin's about to end. That means the magic damage going to pummel him down into the ground. Hits the floor with a thud. Tier 1's unlocked for them, and Brame just rampaging over this middle lane.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah,
is under
that's-
attack.
That's really nice. The heal with the mech plus the soul rib
Radiant's
just makes
middle
it hard
tower
for
has
Nigma to
fallen.
burst. They don't have that burst. They are quite sustained damage all at once, and it's, you know, just getting that tombstone down afterwards just makes it really hard to fight into. I'm just looking at the differences in. I mean, they're still going for more. I mean, this is Brame at their max confidence going in.
Go on, Mind Control, you just bought that BKB. Yeah, do you want to use it? The rest of Nigma are trying to come here, and he's actually battled back enough to force the Tiny away. But look at the Clinks! Destroys Kuroki! Sumail has to Exo now to chase down this Viper. Spartan lurking in the shadows, Mind Control back in, and a roll with a Doom on top of 11. Should be able to finally find this kill. Brame were considering going back in, but they've run out of mana and cooldowns. This will allow GH to to chase in for more. Spartan, he's got his eyes set on the prize there. Desire being hunted, but the Clinks with the damage. The Gleipnir keeps Sumail locked in place for that barrage to burst him down. And now the opening. Yeah, they move back in by Wish. Omni Slash does jump onto the Undying, bounces back off the Tiny, but Miracle now has to spin to survive any further aggression from Brain, because it just keeps on coming. Desire forced that forward, drifts into them with a Gleipnir, catching their kill off. GH!
Radiant structures
The Nande
are
Clinks
fortified.
shredding through these Nigma heroes. Meg from Kuro buys a bit of time for him, but he will not survive.
Is under attack.
All out aggression.
It just keeps coming. The net worth lead is still not
Radiant's
massively
bottom
growing,
tower is
but it
under
feels
attack.
so bad. For Nigma's fights, they don't ever seem to have any sort of handle or position of power. Like the kill lead is growing, and it just keeps trending this way. Then eventually Brain will take these fights where they actually have like a solid purpose. Like, okay, we're gonna go kill them now, and we're gonna get a roast off the back of it. Because right now it's just like trying to keep
Dire are
Nigma away
scanning.
from farming. They're trying to stop them from hitting creeps, stop them from getting their item timings. Just keep snowballing. I mean, Clinks is getting super involved, so his levels are just going up. He's getting all that XP from involved. He's getting his items. They're just, I mean, they're scaling to a good place. You just see, like, I was gonna say earlier, you see a difference in how the carries are itemizing. So Miracle's gone for his Midas Maelstrom. He really wants to farm. Maelstrom helps with that damage on the spin, especially with the shard damage as well. And then he's going for a Lincoln Sphere. He is playing to be a little bit afraid. Whereas you look at Nande on his Clinks, he does
Nope.
Gleipnir into Daedalus. He wants to output the most damage possible, and he trusts his team to keep fighting and doing well.
And they're getting a catch again. High ground vision gives them the jump on Kuro. Roshan available to them now, and Kuro might have to buy back to defend this. Just don't know about that. And yeah, I mean, Clinks is probably thinking, hey, if Doom's going to buy an Aghanim Scepter at some point, why should I buy a Lincoln's? I think it's a thought process going through a lot of cores' heads nowadays with that AoE Doom available. And here we go with
Roshan
Nigma smoking.
has
They're going to the
fallen to
pit,
the
but
dark.
Aegis is already grabbed by the Clinks. They are standing their ground, thinking about making a jump in this mid lane, though. Roll towards Spartan. We'll find the Undying with a Magnetize, and a good kick. Gonna clip the bat as well.
Radiant's top
That's a
tower
tanky
is
boy.
under attack.
Flesh Golem's out.
Hot mech.
Still has his mech, and a huge avalanche. Desire will toss the DP back in. Your Scepter catches the Viper. My Control gonna get a full stomp of the Doom onto it. Focusing 11 and killing off the Tombstone. Miracle slices, dices into the Viper's back, and now the move in towards the Undying will find the kill at long last.
Radiant's
Burning
top
Barrage,
tower
though,
is
takes
under
Miracle to
attack.
half. Doesn't finish off the job on any heroes, though, and GA just keeps rolling onto the dusted Clinks. This is where Enigma, though, got to be wary. Reset. They've spent cooldowns. They're low HP. They need the Yules on the DP. The roll going to be cancelled. And Desire with a double kill. Find another. Sumail's gone. Brame hold on to Aegis. Get some huge kills. And they're forcing Nigma back again.
Look good for a hot moment for Nigma.
Unstoppable double kill.
Kuro, the final casualty of war. Oh, I say that. I say
They're
that.
running
and
him down.
Mind control. Oh, that's us forward. He does get the preemptive war stomp down, but Desire has another avalanche. Get into their base. They're just diving tier 3s to team wipe Nigma.
Wish is out of control. 0 deaths. He's speedrunning this best of 3.
7-0-12, yeah. Huge performance out of this Bat Rider. And a 6k lead now manifesting for Brame.
Very impressed just by how they're taking these fights. Even when Nigma get sort of like a little hold back into the game, like getting that roll in, it's just like they're holding their turns for the last second. If you watch like Undying, for example, you know, they go on
Radiant's
him. He
bottom
doesn't pop
tower
his
is
mech
under
instinctively.
attack.
He's trying to kind of bait as many heroes in as he can before he gets that heal off, gets the soul rip. Like, it's nice kind of trying to bait them in, and then you see as soon as they overstep, as soon as they go too far, suddenly Brain
Radiant's
turn.
bottom
They look back
tower is
around,
under
and
attack.
then they kill you. They wait for this Gleipnir cooldown. They catch so many heroes all clumped together as they chase, and do so much damage. This Clinks is outputting. I mean, it's just undealable for
Yeah.
Nigma. It feels like.
He's doing like 6k damage a team fight. That's pretty ridiculous numbers. I mean, that was Sumail with no BKB on that fight, right? So now he has it. Maybe a bit of a change for Nigma here. But I am starting to wonder, you know, game one, they had the patience. They knew that their team fight was overwhelming. They had Chrono, Echo Slam, Exo. This time around, are much more reliant on this Doom to blink War Stomp, and I think more importantly, GH, every initiation he makes, every catch that he finds, it has to pay
Radiant's
off.
bottom tower is under attack.
One thing that makes it really hard for mind control, and I do not envy this, is playing into a tombstone is so
Radiant's
hard because your
bottom
blink
tower
can get
has
cancelled
fallen.
just off the cuff, and it can ruin the entire team fight. They need to be able to start the fight on their own terms on Nigma. Either Brave needs to like step out of position and they punish it, or they
Radiant's
play around
bottom
some super good
tower is
ward,
under attack.
get like the Doom off to start the fight. What do they want?
They're going high ground. They're going up here with the clinks.
Is under attack.
Doom's in, Lasso's there, gets stunned up so he can't drag her back. The DP gets the BKB off. Chen nearly dead but has the mech in the hand of God as Doom focuses into Nande. Trying to catch him here with the magnetize on him. Yules into the air, they need the reveal. He's still dusted in fact, so they see the clinks on his run back. First life gone. What can Brain do to return into the fight? Omni slash ready. Here comes Miracle, slices into them. The creeps can attack a little bit, but he jumps on the Nande again. Down they go with the clinks. Nothing the back can really do to combat this. They'll TP away, try and escape.
Dire's courier
That little
has been
throw
killed.
on the high ground again.
Desire. Oh, Desire blows him up. GH trying to catch him. Demolished by the Tiny. But yeah, the little poke up to high ground there. Nigma really showing that they can't be pushed over quite that easily.
That was a very key problem for why that failed so badly, and it was just button overstepping. Like he should never be pushing a tower. Like he literally walked up on. You see it now. He walked up onto the high ground to click the tower. Why are you clicking the tower, sir? He needs to be standing back. He's the one with the mech. He's the one with the soul rip. Whoever gets gone on in front of you, you're meant to be the one saving them and putting down that tombstone to keep area denial. But when you step up like that, I mean, really snap decision making from Nigma to just punish it and kill him, and give them that good fight. Because yeah, that's pretty much key for them. If they can kill Undying, their fights are so easy, or so much easier, I should say.
Oh, GH just found him. The roll missing that time. Wish very speedy. With his windlace, boots of travel. Staff helping out. Spartan just going to chuck the tombstone down. Chase into Miracle and actually find the lasso thanks to the Ether Lens extended range. And in comes Desire. Avalanche toss. Miracle destroyed by Brain's counter initiation back in. And look at this Clinks go. Just a Gleipnir into a barrage. Nearly breaks Kuroki. Wish. That's aggressive. Does find the pick off in the end. Just 3 heroes are diving tier 2 while the other 2 are killing off the tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Double damage.
Oh, they're playing brave, and they have itemized really well to do these dives as well. If you look at their items, 11 has a Hurricane Pike. The Tiny also has a 4-staff as well. Like on the bot, even though they lost that fight when their Clinks got gone on and Omni Slash, they had 2 4-staffs to kind of keep pushing him back and try and disengage. So in maybe a more controlled fight where they aren't dying on their Undying and the heroes are in a good spot, like initiations from Nigma do become a little bit harder into stuff like that. You look on the other side and Earth Spirit's going for a BKB. He wants to just be able to go in and use his spells without dying. This Gleipnir is disrupting their team fight so much by making, halting their mobility,
Dire are scanning.
taking all this damage from the barrage every time you get Gleipnir. So DH wants to just get in there, not have to care about all this magic damage, use his spells and enable his team, get the kick, like whoever needs to be kicked out of position, get it off. Kuroki just itemizing for a little bit more save, going for a Gleipnir. They don't have 4-staffs of their own, but they are all starting to get towards that magic community, like you pointed out, Sumail having his Jug as well, having that spin. Just BKBs and Glimmer Capes, maybe they can get a 4-staff on Kuroki as well later. I would like to see that. Just ways to kind of get people to safety so they can re-engage and get, reset the fight. They need to be able to reset the fight.
Yeah, or if they're getting jumped, if they're the ones jumping, make sure they can actually finish people off before the Clinks turns on them. 11 on this Viper, also scaling incredibly well. Manta on top of Hurricane Pike. Skadi is coming. Now we start to get 30 minutes in, thinking about the next Roshan. How do we Viper control around the pit? As the smoke is broken, the illusions baiting and tanking. The initiation from Nigma there as Clinks just waltzed in invis, spotted them coming. And look at Spartan, he's going enemy high ground. Miracle Gonna give him the Omni Slash, full staff across. Spartan's still alive. The toss there, gonna kill off Spartan and his Desire. Let's destroy his own teammates' chances, but they got the kill on Miracle. Nande was able to stand his ground. The wall stop now, finding the Viper. He's caught out of position, but the double full staff up to the high ground, not gonna allow him to escape though. GH lands his roll, and now they move towards the Bat Rider here. Wish trying to get away. GH, if he spots them, he's rolling on them. Desire's low. Clinks could still turn around and play with this, though. With an avalanche and a Gleipnir, they'll burst through GH, find the kill on the Inner Spirit, but now the Clinks is doomed. What can Sumail and Kuro do? Penitence in on to Nande, and they've got the damage! The Acorn shots in this Ancient Granite Golem pummel him.
Great fight for them. Honestly, I was a little bit scared when they decided to fight into the exorcism, and yeah, it did not pay off.
Wait, is Desire doing it? Oh, they're blinking to blink. Oh no.
Rolling stone.
He went for it.
Penitent's doing 250 damage off that talent. Actually gets them the kill there, helps them out, kill off the Tiny. Right, this is a fight where Miracle got blown up initially and Nigma fought 4v5, right?
Yeah.
I guess Undying died, but...
yeah. I was... Just usually when you're able to get someone to waste exorcism like that with Death Prophet go, like he went in, the smoke got popped, he had to back off.
And now Spartan out of position. He got his ward down, but Nigma all in position. Wish gonna drag the Doom up towards the high ground spot. Unload a bit of magic damage from the Viper, but Mind Control has a BKB and dewards the obs. Tombstone dealt with. And Brame now, 3 heroes down. Roshan's available. Yeah, I was going to say Spartan just going to buy back for this. Make sure that they can continue to contest the pit.
You don't have Tombstone though, and Nigma are very aware of this. They don't have... Oh, they do have Omni Slash, sorry, and they have Exorcism coming up. This would be a really good time to smoke if they want to make that fight for the Roche. They don't have Doom for 40 seconds, so if they want to be super safe, they can wait.
Got to deal with these waves as well first. MC going to show on the mid.
It's good to get your mid pushed in when you're trying to contest Roche, because it gives so much information and vision. Like, no one can stand on that mid lane without being seen by creeps.
Nigma all grouping up again.
Dire are scanning.
Roshan has been begun. 11 inside the pit. Tombstone dropped. And Spartan with a damage amp out of this Flash Golem. As they make a jump on an illusion, Wish baiting Mind Control in to make that initiation. And Roche down to 2,000 health, dropping quickly to the Burning Barrage, picks up. Age is claimed by the Clinks as Nigma. They strike, trying to fight inside the pit, but the Tombstone stacking up zombies. GH aiming for Spartan, trying to get in on top of this Undying, but he's got mech, he's got heals for days. And kill the Tombstone off, yes, but Brame got the Aegis, they got the Roshan, and didn't lose a single soul.
It's like every time I look at 11's build, I'm just like, he doesn't have a BKB. This is so illegal. But he's just in the pit, gets gone on, 4 staffs away. Undying, gets gone on, 4 staffs away. They have how many now?
3?
Like 1 on Bat, 1 on Tiny.
And Viper has the Pike.
Yeah, 1 on... Yeah. It's just funny that they're being allowed to do this. And 11 as well, he's going for Scotty. He just wants to play as this third big core. It kind of makes a problem for Nigma, right, where they want to doom Clinks and that's it, problem gone. But if you have a Viper who's also 5-slotted with like damage items as well, it's hard to play with or against. Sorry.
How do you feel about double Scotty? Because it looks like Clinks is buying one as well.
One, they can hit 2 different people. So effective.
Fair enough. One hits Chen, one hits DP.
It's a really good stats item, and
there's a Clinks with the DD rune.
Radiant
Oh, Nande.
scanning.
I mean, how much damage? He's going to be doing like 600, 700 a click. Avalanche toss. That was miracle. That was your position 1 carry.
Radiant's player has been killed.
Yeah, he's dead for a minute.
Yeah. Look at the control. Didn't even DD. He still has it, and they can use this for high ground push. You have your Aegis. Just please, Frame.
Radiant's top tower is under
I beg
attack.
of you, just consider how to take the high ground slowly. Just think about the conditions with which you need to take it,
top tower
and do not walk up with your Undying.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It looks like Nigma are going to find the Tiny though. He swung pretty hard off to that right-hand side of the map. He's got Yule's blink, but cancelled out by GH's roll. The rest of the brain is swarming. They're coming in with a lasso, finding the Earth Spirit. Focus him down. The damage is ridiculous. Mind control now going to get burst down as well. The DD on Clinks, 1,300 crits apiece. And now you've got a minute with no Earth Spirit, no Doom. Double catapult wave coming in mid.
Tower is under attack.
And a DD rune still on the Clinks for a good 10-15 seconds.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
that is no longer a nice pickoff. That is rough. Losing your Doom like that, especially like you saw the last time they went high ground, the Doom was very crucial to how they took this high ground. The Viper doesn't have a shard, so that will make push slightly slower, but overall, yeah, they've got this deep tombstone up.
Tower is under
They
attack.
can't just stand here.
Oh, and Miracle has to spin to get away from Gleipnir. Tier 3 dropping quickly.
Radiant's middle
To
tower
defend, how
has
can they do it?
fallen.
How can they do it?
I mean,
We got
Shen's cut waves in behind them, but that's not stopping this push
Radiant's
coming
middle
in.
barracks has fallen.
they're fine to let one Rex go, especially mid. It's not the worst Rex, just because you are able to kind of
Dire's
get to mid so
courier
easily
has
from
been
either
killed.
side lane, right? So no matter what side of the map you're holding, you can always cut the mid lane. So Megas in mid is not a big issue for them. On the side, and now that Doom's alive, they have a chance, a way to come back, a way to take a fight. I think what they did earlier, I mean, even though it didn't go well for them, putting the ward on that high ground cliff and trying to get that pick off on Tiny when Rain started to split up, it was a good idea. It's just, it feels like they're struggling just because they don't have the damage to burst someone really quickly and then get
Dire are
out.
scanning.
I talked about the supports not having repositioning tools like Force Staffs. It makes it hard to just force off your Doom out, for example, and you do the deed, get the kill, get out, which Brame have just been doing pretty much non-stop for 36 minutes.
I guess once Enigma are in a fight there, they are hard committed. You use Exo, you're committed. Use Doom, you're committed. If Mind Control jumping in, you need that target to die. But yeah, you're right. It's like Magnetize, Doom, Exo, all extended periods of damage. Not that burst that they kind of need.
It honestly might even be ideal for Nigma to try and win a fight outside of the base. Just they have only one buyback, so it's very scary.
Nicely done there by Nigma, though, getting a bunch of neutral items with these Hands of Midas. Making sure they get that guaranteed neutral drop as they all come up. Havoc Hammer, Spell Prism, Flicker. Our Flicker's going to be a big one this game as well. I guess Viper back. Undying.
Very nice, yeah. Who's going to take it, DP? No, she went Prism. Doom?
GH has got it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Doom holding the Havoc Hammer. What about the Dire team? What they got? Telescope, a hammer for themselves. And Telescope here, what, for the bat or so? He's got Quickening Charm right now, though.
Spawn has the most important neutral item. He is by far the strongest person on this map right now with that neutral item.
Invisibility!
Verdurous Gale. Dale.
It's not even that good of an item. The heal is negligible. But the 100 health, baby!
Oh, hell yeah. Well, they've caught him now, though. Is that 100 HP gonna allow him to survive? They drop a sentry for vision, but the Force Staff's getting back down to low ground. GH not landing that roll. And Spartan, that tombstone is in a prime position. He's gonna get spun down by Miracle. GH rolling into the back. He's aiming for the Clinks. They'll take down the Undying now as the Gleipnir turnaround, blowing up the Earth Spirit, but the Clinks is doomed up. MC focusing straight in with the help of Sumail to try and catch Nande, but he's on the run. Little Skelly bro, where you heading? Off to the left-hand side while the Viper turns the fight. Omni Slash bouncing into illusions and creeps, but they get the MC kill. Brame turning on Miracle now. 11 not able to stun him or catch him as they'll use up the Golem. A spin allowing Miracle to TP away.
This is the beauty of your Viper, going these items. They doomed the Clinks, he ran for his life and died, but you still have other people able to do damage and threaten you.
My maker.
And Kuro Chen just gonna drop quickly in his own jungle. Clear up his army of ancients. Dragon and Golem. Both being picked off by the Viper.
Miracle having this Linkins was nice though. This might be the first fight where he hasn't just got blown up and died, and it's definitely harder now for Bat Riders to just simply start and get him, because while they have ways to pop the Linkins, it makes the kind of initiation just a little less clean. They're up to four Force Staffs now as well.
Yeah, I'm just watching this Undying back. He goes up high ground, gets forced to low ground, he dies. But then Nigma are in such an awkward position where they're trying to go up into the triangle. They're stuck on low ground in the river. MC and Sumail do the best they can. They kill off the Clinks in the end. But then you just left your Miracle Juggernaut here to his own devices to try and Omni-Slash save himself and spin TP home. And these fights are getting real scrappy and awkward.
It does feel like whenever Nigma go, like, take a long fight, they just sort of lose it. But it also feels like they're not good at bursting heroes, so it's really weird. I think they maybe need to get to this position where Mind Control has his refresher, because dooming Clinks, yeah, nice. If they can doom Clinks and Viper, or Clinks and Batrider, you know, any combination really fights just beautiful. And then it becomes a game of like, okay, we have to hold our buybacks on Brame, and maybe we win a fight by fighting near a tower or an objective, like an outpost, and we can just buy back and keep fighting, and then they don't have double refresher doom, and we can win the fight, and we can keep hunting them down and pressure to end the game. Or we need to play really hard around this Roshan so we have the Aegis and the second life, and then the refresher doom doesn't mean anything. Kind of goes both ways, so they have to play around it, but this refresher would definitely go a long way to help Nigma and their team fighting.
Where's Nande going? He's death packed it up. What is he doing? 500 a click?
Your death approaches.
Not bad. Rapier's queued up. And bottom lane getting chipped away at, so Nigma the ones, again, that have to react. Come back bottom.
It's so risky. When you're playing into a Doom, which is nearly certain death, that's honestly quite scary. I mean,
It absolutely is.
it would feel better if they had... Oh, he has a Linken's now. I was gonna say, it would be nice if someone else also had a Linken's and they could put it on him. And then that way he's kind of safe, right? Even if they break the Linken's, he has his own Linken's, so it's like kind of double Linken's. And then you can just siege with him.
Top tower is
GH up
under
to high
attack.
ground, gets the ward down. They've got perfect vision now as he rolls back towards the pit. The Avalanche toss trying to catch in onto Nigma's backlines. Spartan being spun down, but 11's already picked up the Earth Spirit, forcing him to buy back. And 11, the Omnis Slash is directly onto him, but Spartan actually drags it away and tanks it for him. So 11 can turn and fight. Mind Control being chased around by zombies as is Kuro. 3 hits though. That's all it takes for the Clinks to bringing him down. They'll turn onto Nande, force stab him away. Lotus Orb up on the Clinks now as well, but Doom slow to a crawl inside the Nether Toxin as Nande grabs a double. Nigma losing heroes left and right. DP stuck up on the high ground. Wish will burn down Sumail. And a huge team fight for Brame. Opens up Roshan for them.
I was watching 11 that entire fight. Man is on the edge. Dude, he is not dying. He is not giving anything. But how did DP get lassoed off the cliff?
Roshan has fallen to the
I don't know.
I want my replay. Help me, observer.
like-
I need your assistance.
4 different at the same time. Like GH
know,
rolling
right?
back, there's Viper fighting with the jug.
Alright.
Look.
Watching the replay.
If he gets full step up to high ground, or does he get tossed? What?
Dire's
The
bottom
talent?
tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
He has the talent.
Damn, what a winning fight. Does it get
Dire
cancelled as well? I
scanning.
see him TPing in the corner of the screen.
Radiant's
Nice
top
Avalanche.
Radiant's bottom tower has
It's
fallen.
there. I mean, MC can...
Radiant's
I just watched this
structures are
Viper.
fortified.
Full staff across, saved, Manta's out, gets the toxin down. Then Miracle, just no options whatsoever.
Radiant's
So we're
bottom
going to
barracks
lose
is
air
fallen.
barracks in the Stigma base, and we're going to lose Korea as well. Wish just straight up
Radiant's top
refreshes, so
barracks
he's lasso
has
ready to go.
fallen. Radiant's bottom
Round
barracks
2.
has fallen.
What an
Radiant's
abuse
middle
of
tower
the
is
lack
under
of
attack.
tools on Nigma. Like, we talk about how these 4-stars have been so impactful all game.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is
they've
under
caught
attack.
out Doom now. And they'll lose Spartan, but Mind Control dragged inside the Nether Toxin. Destroyed by Nande. And Miracle dipping back into Fountain. Tier 4s, they need to be defended as Viper and Clinks opening up on them quickly.
Coming through.
And Desire. That's an aggressive move.
Location.
Let's get out his Ghost Scepter, and he's got 4 staffs all the way home pretty much, just drifting away as GH, no buyback for him, all Mind Control means we're in a 4-5 versus 3. Clinks, don't forget, does still have the Aegis. Multiple lives for him and Desire. Tossing Sumail around, Miracle will try and spin into the Tiny. Yes, he gets a consolation prize. Maybe a little bit more here. Sumail, BKB TP, the Omni Slash coming into play. Bouncing across illusions, but the Ghost Scepter from Wish keeps him safe and sound. And Miracle, he's got buyback available, but it feels like they're down and out now here in game 2. Brame are going to throw everything they've got at them. They They lose the Viper, but buybacks out of the Tiny, and maybe 11 here will shut out this game as the Aegis, it will be claimed, but Nande already on an ultra kill. Desire looking for another round.
Radiant's
Avalanche
middle
toss.
tower is under
Where's the
attack.
Jug gone? He's gone northwards. Nande's hunting for him. They could go for throne, but they want to go
Radiant's
for
middle
kills.
tower has
Come on, let me kill off Miracle one more time. No mana for Lasso here from Wish, but they'll have the Avalanche toss combo. And down you go. Earth Spirit, the only man standing between. Yeah, well, it's just called GG. Straight out from Kuro. They know it's done. And we're heading to game 3.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack. Dire
What
victory.
a series this is turning out to be, Gary. I love this game. Just seeing how Frame completely transformed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
My reach exceeds my grasp. Unstoppable.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Wicked sick.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Double damage.
Let the fun begin! Let the fun begin!
Killing spree.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Double kill.
Now over here. Zap! Whoa, what'd I miss?
Fight.
Huzzah! Zip!
I'll spring right back.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Monster kill!
Yes! Haha!
Pull roots and run!
That's the spirit!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Arcane Reservoir.
Dire's top tower has
That
fallen.
should help.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Amazing what you found lying around.
Uproot you! Double damage! Godlike! Make a fine humus. Come to me.
Huzzah!
For the twins.
Haste!
Radiant are scanning. Blessings.
Warriors of the wood!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Zap! Ho-ho!
and after them.
Oh my! I did not think it was possible.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Conceal yourselves. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Over here now.
Double kill.
Blood for the twins.
With me.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I'm over here.
Mega kill.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Huzzah!
Pull roots and run.
Stupendous!
Swift comes the season. With me.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Earth's bounty.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Come, come.
That's the spirit!
Uproot you.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I thank you.
unseen?
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Warriors of the wood.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
My sorcery is unstoppable.
Huzzah!
Come to me.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Uproot and after them.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have mega creeps.
I'm a perennial. Unstoppable.
Your veins run empty.
Haste!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
With me. Holy shit. I'll tear you limb from limb.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Where's the party? Looking for me?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's ancient Radiant victory. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Enigma.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team
Alchemist.
Welcome back. Here we are as Nigma Galaxy take on Brame in Game 3. Brame able to tie things up with that Game 2 victory. Stellar performances all around. A little bit of a surprise twist at the end of their draft with the Klink's pick. And Sheepo, as we see tournaments, drafts, series develop, we usually have small refinements, little things being tuned here and there. But some big switch-ups happening. Bans completely changing on Nigma's side.
Feels like they change between every game, and there's just a new problem and a new problem, and you have to decide what problem you let through in the end. This would be the first game of this series where Enigma has now gotten through, as Enigma decide that Undying was too big of an issue, and Brame have first pick. They actually didn't even take that. I think the dice roll, or the coin flip, sorry, I think Brame won it, but they took Dire, and Enigma took second pick, I want to say. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're like decided that they're fine just banning this Undying going forward. Alchemist, a
Dire team ban.
Very brave first phase hero. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So does this indicate it's a flex pick, or is this just them being confident in the Alch? Excuse me.
I'll be real with you. I ain't no.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this thinking, maybe we see a 4 Alch, a 3 Alch, something's going to come out here.
I've not liked. I mean, looking into the history of Alch as a support, I've not really enjoyed seen it that much. I know OG were playing with it, Misha played it, Seb played it, and every time I didn't really like it. I know they gave it a couple buffs in a new patch with that. Was it a talent or something that allows the acid spray to give armor to allies now? Yeah, but it doesn't really make sense as, oh yes, this is the big buff of Alchemist. We're going to pick it into Enigma, because it pretty much isn't relevant against that hero.
5 seconds remaining.
I would say Alch as a core is even countered by Enigma.
All your net worth goes down the drain inside a black hole, getting sucked away. I mean, maybe the argument is Eidolons plus a ranged support deals with acid spray again with a ranged support deals with Eidolons in the laning stage, but yeah, definitely a curious one. And going back to their own DP, it felt like Sumail is kind of zoned in, locked himself on his hero this series. Looks pretty good on
10 seconds
and Earth Spirit for GH was definitely a menace in the previous game.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it was nice, but the biggest problem I had with it compared to this Tiny, right, and we're seeing this again in this game, was Tiny found a lot more ways to get gold. Well, at the end, he had like 15k net worth, and in these mid-game fights, this Tiny has a Blink, this Tiny has a Force Staff, he's starting to build towards a Lotus Orb and a Yule's, and he has so many ways to help get involved in these fights to either save allies or halt the enemy. Meanwhile, GH, all he was able to really scrape together was Brown Boots, Urn, and a BKB. He didn't even finish upgrading his stick into a wand. And that feels bad. It feels really bad. Like we saw when Sumail got clipped, they needed that Force Staff. You see just the amount of versatility that Tiny's able to have in comparison. And if this game, if Nigma don't really pop off, we could see a similar situation where he's kind of poverty.
I'm starting to wonder what Kuro is going to be playing this game, though. Enchantress, Chen gone. Can't even go back for any of these other kind of GH cross Kuroki flex heroes that maybe they could have picked up with the Io, the Earthshaker. Lots of support bans from Brame aiming towards them. Disruptor is something that Kuro has played from time to time. maybe, you know, grab something like a, I don't know, Phoenix here. Doesn't
For
look...
Brame, they actually, if you want to finish out Enigmas, I mean, for them, they could go still just any kind of lane, strong laner. They have Ench open to them still. Oh no, Ench was banned. Sorry, my bad.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's no AA Undying. Like a lot of Kuro's hero pool is just gone.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, go on with Brame. That's their pick. They're going into reserve time.
Damage. I want damage. Tiny is damage, but I would like more damage. You are playing into out. You're playing into DP. These are heroes with a lot of health, and I want to see ways to kill them. You have this Enigma Black Hole. Sure, what are you pouring on top of it in the early game? I like this Shadow Shaman a lot. The stuns, the Eidolons, Tiny's combo, some Shadow Shaman, old Zeus. Yeah, this is damage.
That's your damage.
And I like it. I like it a lot. Also is nice when you're playing into kind of big meaty boys. Zeus's shard giving that percentage damage just makes it a little bit easier.
10 seconds remaining.
And as well, you have that Midnight Pulse. So it looks like they shouldn't have any struggle to really kill Nigma's heroes this game. Issue I see for them is just that they are quite squishy early game. Obviously, Tiny's going to work his way slowly towards that blink. They're going to have to give him a lane to kind of get that, or he'll get it through just kills in the early game. The Shadow Shaman can die quite easily to Earth Spirit. Plus, I mean, right now they could just pick some initiating guy that goes in, and I feel like Shaman would have a rough game. Like maybe something with kill pressure on lane. You could. I'm just thinking like back because CK used to be a really popular hero, but it kind of stopped getting picked up. Because even though it'd be like, oh, I don't want to play CK, there's an Enigma Black Hole and there's Zeus and it sucks, but like the burst ability to just massacre someone at the start of a fight with Blink, and also like the laning presence of the stun, it used to be like quite terrifying, but I don't think Mind Control really plays in.
I kind of feel like you want a ranged hero with Earth Spirit as well. Winter Wyvern looks like probably going to be Kuro's hero here, but they do still have the potential flex, and it's probably one of the perfect times to do it with the Death Prophet. You know, Sumail plays it 3-4 games in a row, and you're like, Sumail, and then suddenly, oh, Mind Control's playing it, eh? I didn't quite expect that.
Yeah, 100, they could definitely do that. And it pairs nice with this Earth Spirit.
100? Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry, old man.
5 seconds remaining.
Gareth, 100%. They could definitely put the Death Prophet in the off lane.
Dire team ban.
Yeah. You little zoomer.
Whatever. They needed something to cancel this black hole, threaten it, and the Winter Wyvern does a good job there. It just feels like they are trying to cover little weaknesses and holes. I think this opening of Out DP is so bold to me. It reads that they have a game plan in mind of how they want to play the game. Like it's pretty exposed, right? Like Brame gets to answer and try and deal with this and come up with their own strategy of how do we want to counter this, because otherwise it's just okay, we're picking supports and utility and stuff to sort of deal with Brame's lineup and deal with that as they go.
Yeah, I mean, Brame, that coming back to the Shadow Shaman pick, it's always nice to have this support being able to cover one of your weaknesses for their side as well, being tower push. Enigma, pretty good with Eidolons and Wraith Pact and whatever, but having that additional ability to even mirror what the DP's doing. Like if Sumail shows with his DP exoing a tier 1, you've got Shadow Shaman going off to the other side of the map and finding the return kill on a tower elsewhere.
And the biggest thing, Gary, the Roche. How many times have we seen the Shadow Shaman hit level 6 and they're like, all right, boys, to Roche, and do a 12-minute roast with Shaman Wards.
5 seconds
They can absolutely steal that right from under Nigma's nose if they're not careful, because it's something that they're going to want to do. This is kind of like a general DP pattern. Use first exorcism for a tower. If it doesn't go down, use the second exorcism to secure the tower. The next one, if you're really, really strong, you can maybe use the second, third exorcism to take the Roshan. If not, you take the mid tower, and then you use the next one for the pit. Right? But Shaman can definitely do it way earlier. You can tank with these Eidolons.
Clinks.
The Clinks is back.
It comes around again.
But it's too fair. It is definitely a little bit harder this game because your ability to chase is a lot weaker on Brame. Like there's no bat running someone down.
Remaining.
Stuff like that. They have still a lot of useful tools. They have like Blink. Tiny's going to be able to toss people back. Shaman also might be looking towards getting that Blink and doing a lot of pickoffs. Same with Enigma. There's a lot of kind of Blink potential here on them.
They've also got a lack of, a hero that goes in and breaks vision, right? Tiny kind of wants to wait till he sees his target to blink Avatos. Shadow Shaman kind of squishy. You know, is Klink's going to be the one just invis running in to start the fight? Or is this Brame just looking to counter-initiate onto what Enigma bring towards their towers and towards Roshan?
I think Tiny might just have to tank it. But something that is always nice is you're playing with Zeus, so whenever they're making a move, they have the option of, okay, we think something's up, let's just pop the Zeus off.
Select your heroes.
Hi!
Here we go! Miracle
Oh my god!
Sniper!
I love sniper games! I'm so excited!
It's the MCDP, and Kuro's playing Alchemist. Sumail's playing Winter Wyvern. It's a complete change-up.
Wait, what?
They're going here into Game 3, completely changing what they've been playing the past few series and games.
It's meant to be good against Zeus. I feel like I remember seeing that matchup happen at Arlington. I feel like, oh god, my memory is failing me, but I think this actually is not a bad matchup for mid.
Okay.
Even though obviously the kind of, right, like the first thing you think of, oh, but he uses Cold Embrace and then Zeus uses Electric. But no, I think it's pretty good. I think the range from Wyvern is really nice as well.
You outrange him with Arctic Burn, you kind of counter push the wave with your Splinter Blast.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it for sure. They have a lot of, really long range cores on Enigma Galaxy this game, and Brame don't really have the reach to deal with it. They have to be really keen with their vision game, which Zeus helps with for sure, but they need to be getting on boards.
I think that kind of compounds the fact they don't have that tanky initiation hero as well. If they're not able to break past the front line of Kuro, Alkan, and GH Earth Spirit to get onto the sniper and get turned around on by a curse or a kickback from the Earth Spirit, things could be difficult for them. But yeah, a weird and wonderful draft from Nigma here. Kuro Alchemist, definitely something that I'm excited to see what he does with.
I'm so... I don't know if it is... I'm just not a fan of this hero. He feels so sad. But it's... I'm not going to say it's worthless, I just don't like it. It's like a personal thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have an Acid Spray with Sniper in lane, potentially against that Enigma with the Eidolon, so they've got ways to deal with that. And GH with this Earth Spirit pairing with the DP of Mind Control can have a pretty solid lane themselves against a Klinks and a Shadow Shaman. I think Enigma Galaxy have set themselves up really nicely with kind of wonky picks to win out lanes, got a good team fight, scale into that late game as well. But Brame, they have Enigma. It feels like he's that one up. He's the ace in the hole. Like, hey, I've got Black Hole. I've got the ability to also just push out waves and force you to react to me over and over again. As Enigma are all smoked up, and they see Nande. The Klinks rolled upon by GH. Lined up perfectly, but invis we go.
30
God,
seconds
invis level 1.
to battle.
That's gonna feel great. You do us to not get first-blooded. Pretty good smoke there, though. To force even that skill is just gonna relieve a little bit of pressure in the off lane. Can maybe get some deny stuff. There's searing arrows and
yeah.
Nice.
I compound things a little further.
The battle begins.
Wound up Kuro.
Telling you the
High ground vision, so he's going to get run out here by the tiny Shadow Shaman and Zeus. GH coming in to save his captain. A zap back from the Zeus, though. Bring down Kuro for first blood.
Oh, my boy.
as well as
He's dead. Very good for Wish. Very, very good for Wish. It's like it's literally about to get all
Incredibly close to it. It's a long walk back. Spot board. Nothing there on high ground. It's going to allow GH and Mind Control to have a good grasp on this first wave at the very least. Miracle as well. As 11 already got that first deny out of the demonic convert. And Kuroki is trying to hold the lane for him.
I have to think about this out. I liked what you said about.
You do have. Yeah,
I do have to think about this out. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. The gears are turning a little bit. I think what you're saying is nice because every time we've seen a sniper play in pro games, I feel like they really struggle in the mid game in terms of damage and not having like safety. How many times have we seen some baby satanic builds just because they're scared of getting gone on and dying, right? So it's made up for by the fact that they can be really strong, especially when they get these points in strat. Oh, we're just tossing in the mirror now, bot.
Yeah, and Concoction back him up. Good amount of damage from head up. So Desire is gonna get because he was given.
But this is the thing. You're playing with a carry. You're playing with a Fox support who has a stun for you, way to make it harder. Like, they definitely have kill threat between Alchemist and Sniper. We'll give them a couple levels.
Yeah, and honestly, like we don't think about it that much because Alk is usually a carry, but Berserk Potion as a support spell is actually pretty. You put that on the Sniper, it's got 50 attack speed, 8 regen, dispels him as well. So a nice bit of safety there from Kuro if he gets to that point. The top lane going for them. Motion in towards MC.
This is another hurricane creep.
Dire's courier has been killed.
A sight from the earth. Gauntlet thrown. Winter Wyvern gives it to Spartan.
No, no, no!
Alright, we're Spawn getting a little nice kind of pull off there. Only onto the 2 creeps. It's just gonna make this go back. I think especially bot the creep equilibrium is something to look at a lot because with this tiny, yeah, there's kill threat from Sniper and Alchemist, but if the creeps are on Levin's tower, this tiny can get a toss and the kill kind of very scary. Same kind of, you're playing a Shadow Shaman who has short range, walk up to kind of do something. He is at threat of getting rolled on by GH and getting kicked back. There's, you know, Nade doesn't really have anything to protect him.
And I've got that level 2 Spirit Siphon now as well. Dust on the Spirit. They can actually aim the clicks. They kind of. And that's what mine could do. Now you're putting Nande within kill threshold. And keep the shackles back on the DP, but now the turn comes and they are focusing the clinks. Dust is up. GH and mind control make short work of him. And that's that little move. Like it doesn't seem like much when it's in the moment. You know, that siphon you chase him for what, 2 seconds? But that puts him just below that threshold where that if we go again 5 seconds later, we get the kill.
On bot they're going as well.
Tossing around Roki. They're on the way now though. Stand Miracle's damage. And quickly to these headshots, and Miracle's actually going to turn, but get him a double kill. Sniper off to a roaring start.
Scary lane, like you said, this acid spray, Miracle, they go on Miracle, he just walks into the acid spray, he doesn't care. He knows that as long as he's in the safe space, they're doing so much damage to bring them they can do back.
So Sheep, what are your thoughts on Alk 5?
Yeah, I'm like a massive fan, like honestly it's like one of my favorite things in the entire world.
Oh, you were saying it during the chat, sorry.
I hate it. It's good in lane. It's definitely good in lane. I think my biggest issue with Alka's support comes more from like this kind of mid game where he starts to like throw the concoction, but
he's
he
like an
rolls
ogre
around and like stuns himself, and it just like looks kind of weird.
He's an ogre. No, when he gets shard, he basically has bloodlust. His concoction is just fire blast. Add a bit of minus armor. It's all good in the world.
Or just compare it to like Shadow Shaman, who has this instant hex, this channeled spell that is, you know, you can get it out and it does. Alk has their channeling and goof. Just stab them out and you don't BKB or everything. You have to kind of like use vision to your advantage with it. It's that, like, this is kind of style that I'm not a fan of, but I'm not saying it's bad. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. It can definitely work, and we've seen it win games, and it already winning this bot lane was definitely everything you could ask for.
Yeah, winning kills on this 11 Enigma. Try and go for it again. Inside the acid spray, take a lot of shot damage, and one pick down. GH also save Miracle here and find another double kill, but auction comes and Miracle 4-0-0 to start this game. I better start talking about his CS looking a little sad. He's the bottom of all cause now. More than
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We're playing in the trees, coming from behind.
I mean, they've shown GH bottom. Look at mind control. He's level 5, and he's just diving to tier 1. Spartan, I'm trying to get on top of the DP with his catapult. Chip in that tower.
Yeah, right now, they maybe bring someone to this. It looks like this is one that's going to move. Like,
Dire's bottom
do
tower
the damage
is
needed
under
from
attack.
control. You don't have a DP on
Dire's
Earthgrid.
structures are fortified. Are scanning.
Find him. It's off Siphon. This is here though with level 3
Dire's
arc
bottom
lightning.
tower is under attack.
Ready as well, but control. It still has a fairy fire, and he's not even going to have to use it with level 3 siphon. Just drains all the life back into himself.
All right, isn't enough damage, guys. I've totally overestimated the damage.
Rolling out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice push from bottom lane. Just keep on going. Like Miracle is plinking away at this tier 1. Malefice used on another Spirit Illusion. GH lurks on that right-hand side in the shadows. Tower not in deny range. So Braim's still going to try and defend it, but this backstab could be huge. 11 having already died twice. Enigma has been shut down tremendously by Enigma already. Kuroki gets walked into by 11. Yeah, found danger. The Thunder God's Wrath will kill off the Alchemist. But you've lost your Enigma a 3rd time in this lane. Shackles up at top on mind control, but yet again he doesn't really seem to mind too much. Phase boots, Ring of Protection, Fairy Fire. Yeah.
It's obviously not ideal when your support leaves because he's not able to just freely lane the way he was before, but now they're TPing back Spirit.
Oh, not quite landing the roll. They're going to finish off Spartan though with a crit swarm and another couple of touches from mind control that earns on him, but the Fairy Fire there from Shadow Shaman keeps him alive. And Desire, this time his rotation saves him with the raindrops. Oh, it's enough for Spartan to stay alive.
Spartan God.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Good rotation. This is the kind of rotations and ideas I was thinking about for Braim. Like they brought Wish top, but they just don't have the control really to keep mind control in place long enough to kill him. Just having Tiny TPing and reacting, getting that little return kill. I think you don't want to give them this tower for free.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going on the clinks now. Concoction from range. Nande into Invis as Kuroki places a sentry under the tower, hoping to give chase. The male did move up here. Kuro winding up another concoction.
Dire's top tower.
Don't know if he can land it on the Tiny in time. It will, because he's launched it on himself. Self-stun. Desire slowed by the Arctic Burn and mind control. He's got these Exo Ghosts. More than enough damage to bring the Tiny down. So not only do they get the tier 1 bottom thanks to the sniper, they're now going to get tier 1 top. And this is just Enigma
top tower
really
is
just
under attack.
executing this game plan to perfection.
It's starting to look a little bad.
The clinks! He just dead to the Alchemist! Kuroki just wanders up there, finds the clinks. Half HP, bursts him down. Now they're TPing bottom because the shackles are onto Miracle Sniper. Throws out a shrapnel. Another bit of lightning from Wish does zap him down. They get that vision. And they see Miracle on the retreat as Enigma trying to react to this. Oh, Kuro though self-stunned. He tried to channel it and TP down and Wish he's got a double. Make it a triple. No, not quite. But they do bring down all 3 members of Enigma in that bottom lane.
Okay. That was
That's my fault. I praised them and
yeah.
bad things happened.
I was thinking good things about them in my head.
Even I like a
Okay, so that move top, great. The dive's great. Mind control has been exerting so much pressure top that Braim have been just TPing and trying to respond to it and bringing heroes, and you have to respond to it. And he's still getting what he wants. He's getting kills. He's doing a good job. He's forcing clinks off the lane. He's really suffering in his net worth, and this is by far a much different picture than last game. However, TPing bot like that, 1 by 1, when your sniper's already dead, you need to have a situation bot where, you know, Miracle at least has some health, and you can use the shrapnel together, you know, combine your spells, big as team, you know, and just the TPs are taking longer and longer due to one after the other, and suddenly no one's there to save each other. It's kind of just
chain
save your body syndrome, yeah. And that just gives Enigma that farm that he was struggling with. You know, his lane went so badly. It's those kinds of kills that gives you the XP and gold to make it back in this game. And we're seeing the build, the Saberlight, you know, brought in Stockholm, this Urn just being able to not have to go blink and let him go now with the damage.
Yeah, just black hole Kuroki. Winter's Curse is there though to turn it back around on the Enigma and the Clinks. They're just down here alone. There's no support to back them up because they're trying to gank up top. Mind Control gets the 2-man silence and the Spirit Siphons out. Toss up into the Serpent Walls. He's trapped now. Wish and Spartan trying to bring him down, but Mind Control is just far too tanky.
He's so tanky.
One charges, raindrops to save him, and they move on to Desire now. Nigma snapping into action very quickly to get Sumail a triple kill.
Why?
Oh, he managed that. Just kills one bot, TP's top, gets another couple.
Yeah, he's starting to make his rotations now as well. Getting involved, feeling strong. He'll have that Witchblade now, and It's a lot of damage. I think Nande is feeling quite stressed. He's not really got free places to farm because they are struggling. They can't take the objectives. They still have mid and bot tower up on the side of Radiant.
Dire's middle
Usually
tower
Enigma
is
wants
under
to
attack.
take that tower and start to farm the enemy jungle, and then that gives your carry the space to rotate between triangle and the bottom camps. Yeah, they're all just standing together in this jungle, and it definitely feels bad for them. At least that mid
Dire
tower is still
are
standing.
scanning.
Yeah, it's being pinged out though. Exo is ready. Mind Control could make that move in towards mid, but you look at what Brame are doing.
Dire's middle tower
Spirit Vessel
is under
charges,
attack.
3 of them up on 11. And they're angling it towards mid. And 21. He's got Cody in just seconds, and they've scanned over on the Dire side of the river, so there's people there. That's why Simon's so tense now. Come to his own triangle and popping the invis.
Elemental gold.
That didn't work for them, but no, Enigma are just gonna keep it safe, keep it. They have a spirit standing in front of Miracle in that triangle for them. Like, they see that there's no heroes on the map, and they understand. Okay, we have to break this smoke. So now, realizing that Miracle's not in danger, GH will leave the nest and go bot.
I mean, this is pretty fearless from Mind Control. Every time I looked up, there's heroes swarming around him, but he gets the silence off and the TP home. No way! And in the meantime, GH is killing off Desire.
Looking at Nande right now, do they have vision of him? No, but
Dire's middle
GH sees the
tower
stacks.
is under attack.
He wants people to come and clear them. Dire Vision does see Sumail coming up into this area. And they're TPing into mid. Wish trying to join in, defend that mid tier 1. Enigma in position though, and they're eyeing up this fight. And Spartan not able to get the angle. And in comes Sumail. Aiming for Wish. GH will find the silence, catch on to Spartan. Mind Control breaks out of the shackles as 11. Concoction not quite landing. Close from Kuro though.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And now
attack.
Exo towards the tier 1.
they're keeping up pressure really well. This this Alchemist, he's so good, bro. He's
Dire's
so
middle
good.
tower has fallen.
I'm out. Pick it now.
Have
Stop rising.
Have you tried being sincere?
No.
No?
But seriously though, I think he's playing insane this game. I think his laning was fantastic. His use of the fog and vision was great at getting kills on that bot lane. He moved and rotated.
And Brame looking to fight back though. They cleared their ancients, but look at the overwhelming damage from Sumail with this Witchblade. Gets a double kill. TP out successful from the last remaining member of Brame there.
But you lost 2 cores.
You did indeed.
Good. How do they find their way back into this game? They're quite a ways off from the tiny blink. Enigma also, he went for that vessel. Is pretty typical. I don't think it's wrong to have not rushed a blink, especially when you're playing into a Wyvern. We saw bot how easy it was to cancel that black hole. But he's definitely finding it really hard to get into these fights, especially with Enigma Galaxy's catch with this roll. The DP Mind Control is so brave. He's just walking in without a single care.
It's just kind of wild how different this is. You know, we've seen a couple of Enigma Galaxy series now. This is the second one where it's gone to 3 games. And then in the prior 5 games, we've been like, yeah, Enigma, they look okay. They're winning some here and there, not looking awful. But this seems like TI Enigma. This seems like the Enigma that desperately wants to get to TI. They're fighting, brawling, getting on top of Tiny. Pops down the Verdurous Dale, but Caesar Serenity will not save you there. And Kuro has the stun, catching out Spartan with his concoction. Similar to what we saw in Game 2 from Brame, it's suffocating. They're all over the map. They're down bottom killing 2, and they're immediately smoking across.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, it is very similar to last game. Go to bot, run top. Maybe we'll see them go bot again. They're just chasing Nande down, keeping him out of his ancients. I mean, that's one of the big ways that Clinks gets farmed, is just by hitting ancients, getting stacks, and they're not giving them that space to breathe.
Oh, GH so close to getting the latch on him. And focus the Tiny instead. Earn charge placed, roll back in, kill off Desire. I wish TPing forward here, a little risky, but it looks like Enigma have set themselves to back away.
Mind Control wants a rush. I don't know if they'll do it right now, but Mind Control is pinging
Radiant's
it,
top
standing in
tower
there.
is under attack.
They might just try pushing out top first and sweeping through this jungle, or they're just going to walk around to rush and not care at all.
Yeah, level 4 acid spray, level 3 acid spray.
Radiant's top
And give them
tower
that minus
is under
armor.
attack.
You don't have Blink from Enigma, there's not really any easy way for them to contest this pit. They need the vision first of all, but Wish might need to ult. Just to scout everyone's positions to start this fight, but who's starting your fight?
Radiant's
So
middle
hard.
tower is under attack.
That was my big issue with their draft, is like Tiny, but then he needs Blink, so he needs time, he needs farm. And when your other cores are behind and getting picked off, you need them to be farming, so Tiny's not going to get that priority.
Roshan
The
has
smoke is
fallen
a good
to the
idea. I think they were looking around top because sometimes when, I mean, did they even know there was a Roche going on? I have no idea. The smoke made me think so. Or maybe they just, I don't know. They're looking for another fight.
So bold and fearless. Magnetizes the Tiny. Does get tossed around here as they shackle over on the DP. Spirit Siphons and one charges. Not going to keep him alive because he's burnt down by the Zeus. The rest of Nigma now on the retreat. So Brame, a little bit of positioning there to hold the high ground under their observer ward. Gave them the vision that they needed. And fighting into Aegis. Brave of them.
Great 2 pickoffs for Brame. Getting that DP kill, especially, who's proven so hard to take down all game, having to expend the snakes to do it. But
Radiant's
you
top
can
tower is under
be
attack.
pretty happy with that. That smoke around gave them the really good positioning to take that fight at least.
Sumail gets the hit onto Nande. Kuro
Yeah, it does.
has sentries.
Yes.
They will get the reveal on him, but the avalanche, just enough to hold them back. So far, Sumail having a perfect game. 7-0-6 on this Wyvern. Boots of Travels, Witchblade, and already on his way to Aghanim Scepter as he TP's top. Helped out by GH, who lands another perfect roll onto Spartan. Look at the damage coming in from the Wyvern. Blows up the Shadow Shaman. And they're not relinquishing control either. Like, 3 heroes are still stood in the Dire Ancients, making sure the Clinks can't be farming there. And going back in on the Tiny. Concoction, acid spray,
middle tower
bit of
is
damage
under
from the
attack.
sniper and the DP. Finish off Desire in the trees.
Let me acquaint you with your own demise.
Nigma playing very aggressively with their wards. They've had this one up in the cliff for quite some time now on the triangle for Brame. It's the one place where Clinks wants to be, and on top of that, it's very difficult because sometimes when the map moves like this, the carry will just go to the enemy triangle, but they're not even giving space for that. Like, having your mid tower up, having your top tower up, it makes entering that
Dire's
triangle
bottom
so
tower
hard.
is under
Hey,
attack.
look at Spartan. He's going, I want to de-ward. I want to get some vision down. And Kuroki shuts it down completely as GH annihilates the Shadow Shaman once again.
It's aggressive play.
That's the problem you pointed out in the draft, right? Shadow Shaman, quite a slow, sluggish hero if he's ever just slightly out of
Dire's
position.
bottom tower is under
GH is
attack.
going to find him.
Yeah, I definitely like the damage and stuff that came out from the Zeus and Shaman pick, but playing into an Earth Spirit, you're definitely seeing the problems with both squishy heroes and how fast they can just be ran at.
Yeah, 5k lead being built up by Nigma.
Dire's
Zeus
bottom
still
tower
farming
is under
decently.
attack.
Clink's not
Dire's
too
bottom
far
tower
behind
has fallen.
his opponents. And a good little jump from Wish. Gets away from the roll. Second round from GH, missing this time as well. And 11, it looks like he's looking for the black hole. Catches out the Winter Wyvern, but look at Miracle. Just blinking away at 11. They'll find him. Wish also magnetized and taken down by the sniper from long range. Kuro's Alchemist a little too deep there, just holding back the rest of Brame. But Wish, his kill streak picked up by Miracle, so even more money into the hands of Sniper.
They got very brave there. Not brave, sorry. They got very aggro. Like, Earth Spirit used every single rock he had just to keep chasing that Zeus with